Hi. Hey. I'm gonna skip the pleasantries. My name's Laura. I'm 26. I'm coming to you from a house that is not mine, in a country that is not my home, drinking a mediocre iced coffee. It's not the coffee's fault, I just made it wrong. From my laptop, so I'm sure the audio is shocking, as is the camera quality. And I guess that just sums up my life. I'm gonna just start from scratch. I'm assuming that you've not seen my face before, which is totally cool. I have been trying to do this like series about trying to become an adult and trying to feel more like an adult and stuff, and it's just not gone great because I've just not been consistent with recording anything, really. I've been trying to do that series, and you are more than welcome to go and watch the videos that are there if you want to. Basic premise of the series was that I am in my 20s and I feel like I should have my shit together and I feel like I should feel like an adult, but I don't. And guess what? It's been like a year since the first video and I still feel the exact same. I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. I'm very much in the midst of a quarter life crisis. I'm very much in my 20s and feeling very lost. And I know that's what your 20s is for. Figuring out life and trying to, figure everything out. And I know that I'm not the only person that feels like this. And listen, I've watched enough of these self-help videos, I've listened to enough TED Talks, and I've listened to enough podcasts, and I've talked to enough of my friends to know that this is what your 20s is for. Your 20s is for trying to figure it out, and you're feeling lost, and it's fine, right? Like, it's just, it is what it is. But I think it doesn't take away from the anxiety that I'm still feeling about my life right now and the stage of life that I'm in. It's so weird though, because like, if you'd asked me a couple months ago, I would have told you, I don't feel lost. I don't feel lost. No, what do you mean? I don't feel lost. I'm just living my life and I'm just enjoying living in the moment and being present in life, which I am doing, right? And for quite a while, I was like so okay with that. And I genuinely was having so much fun. And I know I'm going to continue being on that path still and having fun in the future. But right now, I'm just having a weird day. I've kind of not been dealing with the feelings and emotions and I've kind of just been pushing them down because that's super healthy, right? And they've just all kind of come up, and the last week or two has just been like sitting with these emotions and trying to process these emotions and trying to like feel my feelings and stuff. But then obviously when you're feeling your feelings, super fun. I think I've just finally accepted the fact and come to the conclusion that I do feel lost in life and that I don't really know what I'm doing with my life, but also I don't really know what I want to do with my life. And then I guess I have like a vision of what I would like my life to look like 5 or 10 years down the line, but I don't know what to do in between to get there. And I also don't really know if that's what I want also. This is feeling lost in your 20s, and if you're watching this to try and get some advice, I got none of that for you. I'm just a girl in her 20s going through it and talking about it. Being a young adult is weird, and being in your 20s is weird, and feeling lost and directionless in life is weird, and it doesn't help that we're not all doing the same thing. And it makes sense. It makes so much sense. Because we go through an education system and then maybe a further education system and then after that, who knows, right? Like, you could go off and get a degree and get into your career right away and meet the love of your life and have babies and buy a house and do all that fun stuff, or you could finish your career, like finish further education and get a career and be super single and live life for yourself and like not have a want or need for partners or kids or homes or fucking anything, and then you can like not get into a career, or like it's just all so confusing. And I just don't know what I'm doing with my life, and I know that that's fine, I know that that's okay, because I know that that's what your 20s is for. But everything is just so contradicting, in my opinion, at this age. Everyone is on such a different path. And I know you shouldn't be comparing yourself to other people because they're not you. The whole point of life, I think, maybe, and particularly maybe your 20s, is trying to figure out who you are and like trying to unlearn things that we've learned growing up from society and everything, and like unlearning all of the external stuff and figuring out who you are and what you like and what you don't like, and that's a great thing, but it can be so much work sometimes, and it comes with like so much feelings and emotions, and it's scary, and it's like anxiety inducing. Like my mind is in like paralysis because I'm like, there's so many different paths I could take, so many different things I could do, but I just don't know what I want to do. I don't know if this sounds stupid, if it is stupid, but I feel like what I want to do with my life and the lifestyle that I kind of want to live, I don't want to say they don't go hand in hand, because I guess that they do, but I think they don't need to be the same thing. I think they can be two separate things. So over the last couple of months, I've definitely been figuring out what I like to do and like what lifestyle I like to lead. I guess like with life, that's what I don't know. So I know what I like and I know what I enjoy, and my lifestyle has been pretty cool, but it's just with the bigger picture of life, I just don't know what I want. And every time I think I know what I want, I have a different thought that seems equally as cool, that's just on the other side of the spectrum. There's so many decisions to make, and there's so many things to figure out, and I just don't want to make any of them. Like, I've watched so many videos on figuring out your 20s and trying to like figure out like what you want to do and how to lead a meaningful life and everything, and people always talk about like finding your purpose and finding your why, and I understand the logic and I understand what they're saying, but sometimes I feel like I just don't know how to do that. And that's kind of scary too, because like some days I'm like, I'm just figuring it out and I'm just taking it day by day and I'm figuring out what I like and I'm trying to figure out like my purpose and my why, and then the next day I feel like I'm wasting away my life trying to figure it all out, and I'm like, I need to make money, I need to do this, and get in the rat race and like be a slave to capitalism, and I just don't want to do that, I think. But do I? Like, everything is just so conflicting in my mind. I just don't know what I'm doing with my life, and I think maybe it's fine. I know it's fine, and I know that this is what your 20s is about, and I know that there's so many people that are in the exact same boat as me, but sometimes it feels like that boat is the Titanic, and we've just crashed into the iceberg. I think maybe it's about like trying to figure out what makes you happy and what brings you joy and what makes you feel content and secure in life. But when there's so many different options and so many different paths and so many different opinions and so many thoughts, it's just so hard to figure it all out. And today's the day I just wanted to rant about it. And that's what this is. If you were coming here for advice on feeling lost in your 20s, sorry. There's loads of other videos out there though, don't worry, I've watched them all. But hope you enjoyed watching a little breakdown. Oh, I've had worse mental breakdowns though about this, so don't worry, this was like tip of the iceberg. I'm just a teenage girl in her 20s going through it that wanted to talk and rant about it. So, hope you enjoyed.